I do what I do.
Mr. 43TX, and welcome, Virgil Mitchell. You are a new member. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. Oh, man, what I try to do here is I try to put the world into context. I try to help people understand what's really going on. And tonight, this discussion is going to be, why are immigrants being targeted? And what kind of America are we becoming? I mean, isn't that interesting? Where'd all this come from? Here's the thing. Since returning to office, President Trump has launched an unrelenting campaign against immigrants, both undocumented, legally residing here. It does not matter. And it's just been, how many was it, July? Has it been 6 months? And even in the first 100 days, he had already deported 66,000 or made 66,000 arrests and deported 65,000 people. Okay. And 71% of them had no criminal records. You understand me? So let that sink in. And what we're witnessing isn't about crime statistics or budget inefficiencies. It's about people's lives. All right. And whatever side of the political spectrum you fall on, what you're going to do tonight is you're going to understand where we are right now in America and how it mirrors so much, specifically as far as history of Western countries, especially those with racial caste systems and so forth. But anyway, look, you know, the thing about it, I want you all to understand, and you all know my position, okay? You guys understand my position. I am typically an advocate for Black men. That's kind of where I am, but I've kind of expanded things out a little bit because it's necessary for foundational Black American people to truly understand what's going on. Because at the end of the day, even as far as the Black immigrants and the African immigrants, the Caribbean immigrants, I'm on their head right now. But it's necessary because their head has gotten a little too swollen and they need to be put in their place and they need to understand where we are. And more importantly, they need to get on code. But think about this. Imagine it's about, you know, parents hiding out in their homes, afraid to open the door. You got workers vanishing overnight from farms and kitchens and construction sites, not because they quit, but because they were taken. On their way to work, on their way home, on their way to the grocery store, on their way to pick up their kids. Families being ripped apart, not by circumstance, but by design. By April of this year, nearly 140,000 people have been deported. By June, 207,000. And the vast majority have never been seen from, heard, or charged with anything. You see what I'm saying? And this isn't some bureaucratic inevitability. This is deliberate national project to you know, get rid of these people and get them out of here, irrespective if it means tearing up families. You see, Trump's executive order protecting the American people against evasion has expanded to expedited depositions. They've cut off funding for sanctuary cities. They green light mass expansions of ICE and CBP hiring. And that's just the beginning. Congress has now passed as one big beautiful bill, or as at this point, a one big beautiful law, which something that I came up with, a term that I like called BBL. Everybody type BBL in the chat room. Trump's BBL costs a staggering $170 billion in an enforcement. But this is a very expensive BBL. Shout out to everybody who knows or has had a BBL. Okay, but $170 billion for this BBL to detain, deport, and militarize the immigration system, upscale it to 1 million people per year. He's trying to get that work in. Okay, that BBL is $1 million people a year. Okay, that's what it's doing. All right. Other thing is, you know, if you go to places like in Queens and Central Valley, California, across the working class neighborhood, people are changing their routines. They're avoiding detection. Their parents are dressing their kids to blend in. Workers are skipping the shifts and pulling the kids out of school and keeping the lights off at night, man. You know what I mean? and communities that once thrived under surveillance. Now, here's the cold part about it. The crackdowns enjoy deep political support. Now, here's what I need you to understand. Okay, look, and I know my people. Shout out to all my beautiful people. My people, my beautiful foundational Black American people. I know you don't take any pleasure in this. I absolutely am certain that you all are not in any way thrilled at seeing people gaffled up, somebody type gaffled, getting gaffled up and hauled in the back of vehicles. I know you all aren't, because you're beautiful and wonderful and loving people. I know you are, okay? That's what you are. You're beautiful, loving, wonderful people, and you would never, ever, ever take pleasure in other people's pain, because that's not how we are. It's seeing people gaffled up, somebody type gaffled, getting gaffled up and hauled in the back of vehicles. I know you all aren't, because you're beautiful and wonderful and loving people. I know you are, okay? That's what you are. You're beautiful, loving, wonderful people, and you would never, ever, ever take pleasure in other people's pain, because that's not how we are. Okay, that's not us.
Do you guys have a warrant?
This is not us.
Wait, what's your badge number?
People.
No.
Okay.
Güey, eres raza y estás tratando así a la gente. No mames, okay, I'm keeping my distance.
I know my people don't.
Okay, but hey, bro.
And watching people get snatched up off the street. Nevertheless, okay, regarding these aggressive law enforcement tactics by ICE, 59% of white Republicans supported. Somebody type white T in the chat room. White T Republicans to the tune of 50. They apparently like seeing all this gaffling going on. They like seeing folk getting hauled off and separated from their families. Understand me? 87% believe that undocumented immigrants should be deported by any means necessary. You understand? Even among these so-called white liberal allies. Okay, support often seems less about protecting humanity and more about preserving their labor supply. You understand me? Who is going to pick our avocados? That seems what they'll be worried about. Who's going to harvest the fruit? Who's going to wash these bad little white children? Okay, who's going to mow our lawns? Okay, they're not concerned about dignity. Okay, that's not what they're concerned about. They're concerned about tasks. They're concerned about their labor. I don't want to get out there. You understand me? But in the meantime, we have a boiling cauldron of fear going on. Okay, somebody is going to already know where I'm going with this, and I want to kind of begin to analyze the climate. Okay, you understand me? Think about that. We're going to break some stuff down. Who benefits from all this fear? Who suffers the most? And when in history, when we look back, 15 to 20 years from now, what will we see? Look, this is not the first time. You see, this isn't about isolated bigotry or casual racism. This is about deeply entrenched systematic patterns, a generational flex that erupts whenever dark people, be they Black, be they brown, be they a certain religious minority, okay? Whether it's economic mobility, political organization, or cultural influence, history shows us that the same reaction over and over again continues to occur. Those who have long dominated, particularly white T men. Is that what we said now? White T-shirt men? Why is that? That's the new word. I've heard that somewhere. White T. I just call them white. You know what I'm saying? When they feel like their positions of power are being challenged, they respond with repression. This is not me making this up. And it's never subtle. It's violence. It's backlash. It's a policy dressed up as order, but driven by fear. Whether we're talking about the Yahtzees and shit kickler. Okay, somebody say shit kickler and the Nazis and the Yahtzees in the chat room. We're talking about their regime in the 1930s to Red Summer in 1919 to the lynchings that occurred post-Reconstruction in the South to the modern day era. Okay, these raids, these tactics, or the time period may change, but the blueprint remains the same. This is not law and order. This is retaliation. It is a temper tantrum disguised as governance, a panic masked as patriotism, state-sanctioned retaliation against any sign of empowerment that challenges the racial and economic hierarchy. Let's be clear. While race is a battleground, control is the prize.
Black father, black son.
Tune in, weekly feeling the spine. From the heart, real talking night. Every episode brings a light. Subscribe, hit the like, won't you dare. Share the love, you know it's fair. Join us every week, don't be late. Drop some coins in the collection plate. Drop some coins, enjoy the ride, come say hi. Catch the wave, don't pass by. Lifted spirits always inside. In this podcast, joy takes flight. Subscribe, hit the like, won't you dare. Share the love, you know it's fair. Join us every week, don't be late. Drop some coins in the collection plate. Drop some coins.
Donation. I thought it was a class.
Hey man, I do what I do.
You know that.
Your ass, class. Don't come over here. You tall black mother. Women up inside. I don't give a fuck about